Welcome to the Daily Energize Podcast, your quick dose of clarity, quick tips, and the spark you need to shine bright. Here's your host, Spencer Jones.
Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. Well, at least when this episode is released, it's the end of the week. And I hope you had a truly fantastic week. A week filled with taking time for you and being present and continuing to stay aware. But life happens, right? Let's just be open and honest and real. Life happens. And it's so easy to get distracted. And I've been working on myself, doing personal growth here now for over a decade. Well over a decade. And some of you have been doing it longer than I have, and some of you less, and that's all beautiful. But I'm here to say, even after a decade, there's times that I really struggle with it. I get sucked into the daily grind, the different tasks of the future and past, and feelings and emotions. Like it's life. It's life. So what I like to do, my voice is getting all crazy and hoarse. What I like to do is to take time to reflect, to just look back and go, all right, how'd this week go? What were some of the good things? What were some of the things I'd like to improve on? Now, if you haven't read or listened to the book, The Gap and the Gain by Dr. Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan, basically Dr. Benjamin Hardy wrote the book, and it's based on Dan Sullivan's principles and teachings. Great book. Highly, highly recommended, obviously. He talks about and shares the science and all that stuff of looking at the gap and the gain, right? So, and basically the gap is, well, this is where we're missing. Like, here's where we are, and we're still not where we want to be at that, looking at that gap. As opposed to the gain of saying, hey, this is where we started, here's where we are. So let's look at this week as we take a couple minutes here, nothing long, another 4 or 5 minutes. Let's look at this last week. What went well? What were some of the wins you've had? Ones that you've, stayed strong with, or you did better. Maybe it wasn't as good as you would have liked, but it's better than it was in the past. You've held that boundary. You took that time for you. You did whatever those things are. Take a look. I'll shut up for 5-10 seconds. Reflect on this week and see some of those wins and successes you have had. You've had them. I promise you've had them. Because I know I've had them. And I'm no one special. So we all have had some wins, some successes. Now, because we're human, there most likely have been moments that didn't go as planned. Now, thinking of the gap and the gain, if we just dwell on those and let that spiral us downward, that's not going to help us. However, we can look at them and go, okay, what can I learn from this? What can I take away from this so that next week is even better? I have those tools and strategies to help me. So again, I'll shut up for a couple seconds, 5-10 seconds. I'll get another sip of coffee. And I invite you to reflect on this week. What were some of those things that didn't go quite as planned or as you had hoped? And what can you learn from them? I'll give it maybe 15-20 seconds. So this is going to be a long silence because I not only want you to think of what those things were, the exact moments, but what were the lessons from them. And I just want to be really clear. Do not, and I repeat, do not beat yourself up over these. They're not here to beat you. You're not doing this to belittle yourself or beat yourself up. It's just here to help raise awareness and take some lessons from it so you can continue to grow and improve. All right, take your time. I know I have a couple moments just thinking back of this week. Some moments I was talking about a couple episodes ago. I was talking about my feelings and how I felt really heavy one day, and knowing I could, just coming back to the present moment helped, and remembering that, saying, "Oh yeah, I need to remember to come back to that present moment when I feel that heaviness." To give other people grace and to realize we're on our own journey, to realize, hey, we're outgrowing some of our old identities and patterns, and some of us realize it, some of us don't, and that's okay, and just all of it. So take the time to reflect. And now the big thing is celebrate those beautiful moments, learn from the ones that didn't go quite as well, but then keep going. Don't just stop. Don't just, well, okay, that is what it is. Well, cool, now you know. Now keep going, right? Just take the lessons, implement the things you've learned, keep doing the things you're doing well, and let's keep learning and growing and improving. That's how we get better, because we're all going to make mistakes. It's part of being human. But if we can learn and grow from that, yes, there might be consequences that happen because of it in this life. I get it. But as long as we learn and grow, we're always improving. So that's all I got for today. Go have an amazing day. Go take some time to reflect, learn, grow. Do not beat yourself up. Celebrate those wins and go have a truly incredible weekend. All right, until next time, I'll catch you later.